9950X3D and 5080. Today we're going to build a computer with it. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. What came in today? This. Let's build it. Let's start with this. Nice and shiny. Let's put this box away. Second thing, this one. Or I guess we can use this box underneath it. So whenever we build a new computer, we just don't put parts in the case. We do everything here first as much as we can, and then we put it in the case. Saves you a lot of time and headaches. Let's put the CPU in. Perfectly in. So we have the motherboard and CPU together. Now what we're going to do is use a temporary air cooler. This is not the final product, just for us to get it started, check the display, update the BIOS, install the Windows, and then we would use it when we install it. For this, we'll likely use this cooler because it comes already ready to go for the AMD motherboard. I'm not using any new thermal paste on this one now. It already has one from last time. But like I said, we're just doing it for basic stuff. We're not going to put stress on this computer. So now let's put the memory in. That'd be this. We're going to put both of the sticks together. Okay, we have the memory in, so it's time to get rid of this box for now. Now, this person wants 2 of 4 gigs 9100 Pro. The customer bought the parts, we're just putting it together. Here's your nice and shiny. Oops. We're going to put both of them. No, we're going to put one right now, for now. So we know when we install Windows on it, we're making sure it's installing in the right slot. It's a tool-free design. Remove the... Let's install the... It is in. And now it's time for the... Okay, so we have our memory in, CPU in, and the solid state drive in. We are going to connect to the power supply, and we're going to use onboard video for now. It does have a we're just going to use 8-pin CPU slot for now. The other 4, we can ignore it for now. So that part is in, the power supply is connected. Let's put our wireless USB connector. There's tape on it so it doesn't walk away with the client's computer. And let's connect the... Oh, now it's time to turn it on with our trusty screwdriver. There we go. Yeah. Turning the power supply would help. Oh, and we forgot to connect the CPU fan. There we go. CPU fans up and running. Now let's adjust this camera. Because now it's time to get our trusty BIOS drive out. Now it hasn't turned, we don't have a display yet, but it takes a little longer in these motherboards for the first time the display to come up. And we have display. It's asking us if we want to enable X3D. Why not? So now we do have the latest BIOS with us on this drive. Let's plug it in. BIOS has been reset. Okay. Let's do the update. So F7. So we definitely can update the BIOS. Quick flash. So now we have BIOS update. So the customer wants us to install Windows 11 Pro. They have the keys, so they'll be bringing the keys when they pick it up. So we are going to start after this, the BIOS update. We will be installing Windows 11 Pro with our official Windows 11 disk. But yeah, before we install it, I will enable the memory profile, the XMP or Expo, whichever it takes, and then we'll install Windows. And today's date is 11/21. So that's the latest BIOS they have on their website. Okay, now we're going to unplug our BIOS drive out and plug the Windows 11 in. Now, gigabytes normally take F12 for boot menu, but we're going to enable the memory profile first. Now, I also want you to see we are using an air cooler with no new thermal paste, but look at the temperature on the CPU. So it's perfectly fine to use an air cooler during this step. Let's turn on XMP1 and we are good to go. Now we can plug in a Windows 11 installer. Yeah, it's booting up. There we go. Next, I'm gonna go with previous version because I don't want to log in with Microsoft account. Oops. There's this. You can choose to format it at this step or not. It doesn't really make a difference. The only time that I would actually spend time formatting it, or not time, it takes 2 seconds, would be if I'm wiping it clean. This is a new drive, so it doesn't matter. We are not going to use a Microsoft account in this case, so we're going to bypass that restriction. You're going to press Shift F10, OOBE, bypass, and RO. Going to restart and give us an option to not have to enter Microsoft account. And the internet is not connected, by the way, in case I forgot to mention. Okay, let's do it. Yes, skip. I don't have internet. Let's enter the customer's name. So now we are going to install the drivers first, pretty much the one that we have on file as in the USB drive, and then we'll finally connect it to the internet. Okay, we are all set. In this motherboard, it gives you an option to download the driver to the internet. We'll also copy the driver for the Nvidia from a USB disk. Let's continue installing drivers. Now we are only going to install drivers. We're not going to install any extra software. If the customer wants it, they can let us know, but we try and keep things minimal here. Now we need to install only drivers. That'd be this, just drivers. Okay, so all the drivers are installed. This computer is ready to be put in the case. Well, let's just do one thing before we put it in. Let's put this in before we start putting in the case. A lot easier this way. And of course, we can remove the fan now. And clean up By the way, the customer doesn't know that I'm going to present him with this video after I'm done building his computer. I mean, after I'm done handing him his computer. We'll text him the link to this video. Okay, cool. You don't need this power supply here. We can get rid of it. Okay, this is the case. It's made by a company called Mustex. I haven't worked with this case before, but I like it's that not too heavy. By the way, most of these cases, they come with this cover. It's on where the radiator goes. I don't understand the need for it or use of it because it traps the dust and the heat in. I personally throw mine away and I tell the customers to do the same thing, but what they do is up to them. But we'll save it for now and we'll give it to the customer. Okay. That's the accessories box. Yeah. First things first, we are going to install the motherboard. Let's adjust the. So that's the screwdriver I'm going to use. Now, I don't use this portion ever when building a computer, except when I'm unscrewing something because somebody tightened it really well, or the fans. Other than that, there's no need for any power to be used. This is more than enough. So let's find what the motherboard. Okay, so that's pretty much all screws that comes with. So I'm going to take it all out. I'm pretty sure this is the thread. I don't know if you can see it. The fine thread, the one which is used in the SSDs. Let's find out. Yep, this is it. Smooth. Already has a plate on it, so it's in. So what we do is we put all the screws in, but we don't tighten them till all of them are in. Okay, the motherboard is in. What should we do next? We should do the power supply and all the connections, and then we do the liquid cooler last. So let's show you the power supply. This is the power supply. Let me see if I get a better picture. That's what we're doing. Looks pretty. Platinum, expensive. Our customer likes good things in life. Let's just move it where the case is. So you can see better. What does it look like? An official knife. I have never worked with this power supply before. Diagram, if you want to read it, whichever is the straight way. Oh, looks like this is the way, yeah. Hmm. That's our power supply. It looks pretty nice. What do you guys think? For the main camera, look, this is what it looks like. Now we pick our cables, the one that we're going to use, and then we put this box away. And we'll clean it up later, of course. Well, look, fancy stuff. How do you undress it? Cool. Black and white, that would be a good theme. Here, sealed box. So let's get the cables we need, clear this up, and we are off air. Not the ones we need. Let's see. And this USB. Let's see. You know what? So what this is, it has a built-in hub. So if you need more USB ports on your motherboard, you can connect this to the motherboard and you can have 4 more extra USB device. That's pretty neat. So we're not going to use this one today. So the power supply comes with its own silver screws. Let's put this on. Oh yeah, that's another time when I use power side is when I do power supply. But even then, the idea is just to be there. It's not supposed to be super tight. But not bad. But you don't really have enough room, to be honest. Look at this. As tight as it goes. Now, we are going to do the CPU next. The CPU is actually fairly okay. Okay. Well, we'll have to redo it anyway because we're going to install a 360 cooler on top. It's going to be fairly tight, but it'll be doable. Okay, so the motherboard is all connected, except the cooler and the video card. Oh yeah, so we'll be doing the video card last. Cooler and then video card. Let's do the connections. Let's see how it looks. The USB-C cable. So we are going to give it some room from this way. I feel kind of tight in here. We're gonna go from the bottom. It'll be come out actually nicer that way. Oh yeah, much better. It's still tight, but it's much better feeling going this way. Yeah, that's okay now. To the USB-C. That's good. The idea is to give it a decent flex so it's not really stressed out. That's what we're doing. So these two are connected. The HD audio is connected, and we are good in business. Now let's do the power. The power, reset, HDD light, and all that. Okay, so most of the connections are done. All we are left with the fans. Now, let's see how the fans are wired up in this case. So it looks like the fans are controlled by the motherboard. So no hub is involved. What do you got? They're proprietary fans. You can tell proprietary connector, not a fond of them. Also, we are going to remove the top three fans because we have to put the cooler in there. So all of these connect. It's a 4-pin connection, so that's good. Okay, so the top one and the front one have their own connections. So we can actually reuse the front ones. The only reason I would like to use the one that came with the case is because it keeps all the fans consistent. The lighting stays consistent. So that's the only reason why. So this is sorted out. By the way, I think the build quality in this case is pretty decent. I don't see any problems with it. So let's do the cooler now. Let's put this away. And let's get the cooler out. That's just mostly magnetic. And it's probably the hardware for the cooler. Let's see. More hardware. Oh, this one comes with its own sets of fans. Well, duh, they all do. Uh, hmm. I don't see any fan connections, which tells me it's all powered up from here. And this should have been covered. I guess we'll just hook up the. We'll cover it up. We'll cover it up for the customers. There's one covered. There's two of them actually. Huh. I'm not sure why this is uncovered. Oh, this came off. Okay, so we're going to remove the fans. So all the three fans are disconnected. Let's put on the liquid cooler. Let's do it this way. Now the liquid cooler comes with two kinds of cables. Let me show you where it's at. Once I find the cable. Okay, here it is. So one cable controls the computer, the cooler with the software. The other one controls it individually. It has a pump, fan, and if you have a VRM fan. So we're going to use this cable. So to install the cooler, we need to take out the AMD bracket. Then they want you to install these brackets. So right and left on it. Left and right. But before that, we have to use their standoffs. And use the screws. Come with its own black screws. This is hand tight. Now left side. Okay. It's in. Now we're going to connect the cooler. So we are going to connect the wire first to the cooler. So that's where the cooler would go. And then the wire. That's an RGB cable. And then this is where the connector goes. Connector is in. Then you route the wire through this gap here. It's not the easiest to show on a camera, I guess. But that's how you would do it. Of course, take off this sticker. And let's see how it's going to go. The easiest or the best route should be, let's see, this way. Yeah, not that bad. You can switch over. That'd be this way. Not bad. Not much stress on the cable. Let's remove the sticker before we forget. Can use master gel. More than enough. Looks like the cables came off. Okay, good. And now we will use the power side. Tighten a little bit. No, it didn't get tightened. A little bit tightened. Now this side. It has to be perfectly on spot. We loosen this first. That would help. Yep. It's good to go. And now let's connect this side. Now this is aluminum. You definitely don't want to use power tools here. I do this side first. I'm gonna do this side first. Again, we're just putting the screws in. We're not going to tighten it all the way. Just enough to, yeah, just enough to tighten it. I mean, just enough to hold it. By the way, this cooler is the case is kind of tight for this kind of cooler. It's kind of a little fatter cooler than normal. So, but it's in, it's good. It's not gonna, the problem that you're gonna have with this is, let's say if you want to troubleshoot it, you'll have to remove the radiator to remove the power cord. Other than that, no issues. Okay, we'll be tightening the rest later. So this is good to go. It says remove this tape. That's where this thing goes. Like this. So we'll have to figure out the wiring. Pretty much you put everything, take it all the way behind the case, and then bring it back in to do the connection. There should be 4 wires total. 1 for pump, VRM, fans, and 1 for RGB that didn't make it. Nope, it's okay. All the 4s are here. I'm going to connect the pump and the fan in RGB. We're not connecting the VRMs. Fan, pump, and RGB. Okay, let's do it. We'll be making this cleaner later. For now, yeah, it has to go connect first and then we can make it cleaner. Unless we can make it now. Yeah, I guess we can make it now. My mic keeps on it. Attacking the case. Okay, let's do fan first. So let's do the pump first. How's it looking, by the way, so far? You know, I'm gonna take the RAM sticks out for now, making it tighter. Yeah, lots of room to play with. It's kind of tight. Okay, the pump is connected. Next is the fan. Okay, the pump and fan are in. Now we need to connect the RGBs. And that's it. Let's put this on. Just connect it. The wires are all hiding. Let's put this on. We're going to turn it on real quick, and then we're going to put the video card in. Let's see. Fires up. Well, it lights up. Everything lights up. Perfect. Now, the big stuff. Time for this. It's heavy. It's definitely heavy. I can tell you, it's pretty big. Look at this. I got big hands. Oh, it has 3 fans in the front, 1 in the back. Still more plastic. Okay, so to put this in, let's unscrew these ones. Remove this bracket first, and then we can remove this too. Yeah, it's heavy. And it's okay for these cables to touch the card. It doesn't do any damage or anything. You connect this cable, make sure the other drive is recognized, and we are good to go. Where should we route the cable from? I'm going to do from the top. Much more cleaner. This cable is not going to make it. How much hard I try, it's not going to make it. It's not going to make it. Not from here. And I doubt it'll be doing different than the bottom, but let's try. I don't like to use extensions unless I have to, because they are not made by, most of them are not made by legit manufacturers. So this many times they burn. This is the only way we can make this one work. Now they could have used. Now this is the only way we can make it work. This way, or the better way would be something like this. See if it shows you. Yeah. Let's see if that one looks any better. That's for using it this way. This one would work with this. So we'll have to use it this way for now. Lower it down, bend it. At least this one clicks. And what do you guys think? How does it look? Well, let's turn it on. If it works, we call it a night. Remember, everything else has been done except the enabling the second drive. Yeah, I'll leave it this way for you guys to see. So let's connect our this. Oh yeah, he also wants me to activate the windows. So do that too. New video card. And power. Oh yeah, and those two cables, we're not gonna need them. Thing turns on. Let's see if I can show you more. It's very quiet. Of course, goes up and down. You install the driver. Want to display the internet? You can install the Nvidia driver. My God. Let's see. Oh, then let's enable the second drive. Okay, with that, it concludes our building of this computer. We're going to clean it up later, now, on the back side a little bit. And this is good to go. Comments, suggestions, feel free. Till then, like and subscribe. Thank you.